I was emotional. I couldn't, I've watched that video after the operations. I watched that video, and every time I watch it, I get emotional.
Ebusuya yung Sika TV mu akwaba and so ba channel so make sure so first time on this channel subscribe to Sika and also follow on Facebook, TikTok and Instagram. Ebusuya Endra Day na beto gwa say Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Honorable Emmanuel Armah Kofi Buah esane Galamsey fight here ekoso nti no na so all this nsem yetu nsamshofo enim na Ghana fu nyina hu update aba with regards to the Galamsey fight. Ebusuya fide twemu ya Good Friday and security agencies are ya task on said they should fight Galamsey no ekwochire 36 illegal Galamseyers emu 6 air Chinese for emu 2 air Korea for and emu 18 air Ghanaians ebusuya wode won bedu Accra asabe de oba hwehwemu na so twebe won wode ama won na anu achi ya endi na anu endu na nsa asa kwochire 11 additional Galamseyers in the same tunnel forest and I say Numiri forest ewa western region Samra Boy area. Now, Sansem way but to Guan Rebusia, now say Minister Sansoma update. I don't know. Minister Nyakonya Echo share Akonta Mining. Ye Chilemu says any pay actually no. They are related to Akonta Mining air chairman to me. Regional chairman of the MPP in the Asante region, no company. And as Uncle Free Juma Emma already say, quiet and issue of Manganum. And don't Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Buah. I share a documentary about distraction Akonta mining activities away as miners no are close to the forest and the Tano River ebusuya osha orebe ho enuti minister ebre on is for work asano ebusuya wetimi anhodi the tears osui ma having watched the devastation damages Akonta mining company mining activities rate akoso ewo Tano River no and afa the Dumiri forest West region no ebusuya ansana no Erastus Asaridonko in the year 2022 a documentary to go say Akonta mining essay kwai western region nanso sabe de nanado danko ekufuado abra no honorable and I say Dr. Ken Ashigbe awaye convener for media coalition against illegal mining Asia Kufredia obisa and say Akonta mining is engaged in illegal mining nanado can say no Akonta mining is not engaged in any illegal mining activity ebusuya sansem we ya brebi etwemu yanka no enam so me there a lot of distractions aba ebusuya honorable esuma ma na sansem we ye be ma wati ase ehun de ti honorable Kofi Buah esuin be ma nsu na so ewire e den a be ma su enti be sure say obe stay tuned on this channel na ya chechiremu jama won to be react then say they were not engaged in any legal mining activity and all that obechire gold e television so several times now so we deny say they are not involved in illegal mining, especially when it comes to Akonta mining activities. Sabi the Honorable Kofi Buah are instructing Minerals Commission said the licenses of Akonta mining company should be revoked. Just yen twem chema won to mining company Akonta mining no. Yen twa ne license mu a ontimi nya any legal backing to operate as a mining firm in Ghana. Na busuya sansem we sem bia eni enya ne pa because e ka Galamsey nsem yen ne na do kura kan say odene Amanyo and also the president's battle so now so and see again. So be very Nazareth about this time around now looking at the effort that Honorable Kofi Buah put in Galamsey. Ayasem sebe. And on say Bushame Sebrenian kwahwe documentary and I say about 6-minute video Honorable Kofi Buah and I say Minerals Commission put together can some afa Akonta mining activities what I say Tano River and Africa Numiri forest West region.
Before he could even open the presser, the Lands Minister Emmanuel Armah Kofi Buah broke down after watching a clip of the devastation caused to rivers and forest reserves by Galamsey activities. He says he's overwhelmed by the level of destruction meted on the environment by these illegal miners.
I was emotional. I couldn't, I've watched that video after the operations. I watched that video, and every time I watch it, I get emotional because I cannot believe that we have Ghanaian citizens that will decide that this is how they are going to make money. And I believe every Ghanaian should be emotional as I am. I was trying to avoid it. But
Giving details on the findings by the ministry, he said Akonta Mining Company is not only engaging in Galamsey activities but also selling concession in their Buah forest to illegal miners for money and gold.
this company has not only trespassed into protected reserves, but has become a criminal syndicate, selling assets of their Buah forest reserve to illegal miners for a staggering 300,000 Ghana cedi per concession. One representative of Akonta Mining, is the liaison of these dealings. He serves as the gatekeeper, negotiating fees and granting illegal access. The concessions are then subleased to individuals like one Mr. Henry and another individual identified as Shak, who are to oversee the devastation of their Buah Forest Reserve and the Tano River. As part of the agreement between Akonta Mining and the illegal miners, a weekly royalties of 250 grams of gold are to be paid to the company, lining the pockets of Akonta's collaborators. Another breakthrough revelation is that this criminal enterprise thrives because of the active collusion and connivance of some forestry officers and some security personnel. Here is how it works. Part of the 300,000 Ghana cedi fees goes to the Akonta Mining, a portion goes to Sahari and Shak and their cohorts, and another portion goes to the forestry and security officials, according to investigators. These officers take a cut as a service charge in exchange for protection and tip-offs in the event of an impending raid.
He has ordered an immediate revocation of Akonta Mining's license and interdiction of all persons involved in this illegality.
In light of the overwhelming evidence, I have authorized the Minerals Commission to immediately take steps to revoke the lease of Akonta Mining with immediate effect. I've directed the Forestry Commission officials connected to these illegalities be immediately interdicted pending further investigations and prosecution. Security agencies have been notified to investigate security officers who have had dealings with Akonta Mining in this particular forest reserve.
Providing some updates on the ongoing police clampdown on Galamsey activities, the minister said at least 51 persons have been arrested with excavators and a number of ammunitions.
The operation in compartment 19, which began at 5 a.m. on that day, lasted for a whopping 12 hours. And the last 3 days has also continued. So far, 51 arrests have been made, 8 Chinese national, 39 Ghanaian, and 4 women. So far, we have seized about 30 excavators. 5 have been required impounded at the operation base. 2 pump action guns loaded with 5 and 2 rounds of BP cartridges each. 1 single barrel gun retrieved. We have confiscated 2 Toyota Hellos pickups, 1 Toyota RAV4, 4 motorbikes, and a cache of mining equipment. All suspects have been transported to Accra and in the custody of the Ghana Police Service pending prosecution.
Meanwhile, calls still persist for government to halt the deportation of foreigners involved in Galamsey and allow them to stand prosecution. James Avaji's report read to you.
Nebusuya utie insema Erastus Asaridonko a journalist for multimedia editor go some time back about the activities of Akonta Mining in the Numiri Forest the year 2022. Nebusuya yente Erastus insema order to go at that time.
Government's directive. When this issue came up recently, there was a release by the Minerals Commission, in fact, indicating that the minister has not given any license to anybody to mine in that forest. Now, when we went into the reserve, we realized that already the forest has been degraded to a large extent. In fact, we could, when we flew our drone, we could just see devastation of up to about 12 football fields and beyond, devastated and still counting. And even as we speak, we have more Chinese miners joining the degradation as we speak. And when you go in there, you see that the place is fortified with armed personnel, armed to the teeth. And in fact, we had to put in a lot of strategies to be able to enter and to be able to film what you're seeing on your screens right now. And so the forest is being degraded, it's a reserve, it's being degraded. We found signs that indicate that the destruction is linked to Akonta Mining, which is owned by Chairman Untumi, who is the current chairman of the NPP in the Ashanti region. And the degradation is still ongoing as we speak.
And when Chairman Untumi be reacting, say, oh, Ibiasa and Koso and all that. Sabi the Ebusia, Honorable Emmanuel Kofi Buah, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Akasa. Na even before we make kasa and Ebusia, Osu in ase nisu mama na ayare. What him say? Yaw and Honorable Edi Esan say, or say one say su kwai and emu no man nyina no. Honorable na ne raho pa me dey say wa ofie video yi say won so ko pie mu e wo bia ho a won so be su say Honorable su pepe because onya tema manipa na ete won say nsu be na obenom asase be na obedua no bai wo so because most of them are farmers. We know Western region, one of the food baskets of the country, yedua cocoa na timber ni other forest resources ho now so say nipa bi nam sika so say obe say sa kwai na ebusua it means more than minister no usu no e was kire bebre ho na sansem we yakọ so ina na Dr. Ken Ashigbe oye convener for media oye convener for media coalition against illegal mining ebusua on also reacted to sansem ya Honorable Edia Tugano ehu yentie no emra wa bona na dran kwekufado e wo reaction no then okafa no.
We have a petition currently sitting with the Inspector General of Police. We had a petition with the President himself. We had a petition with the Attorney General. Remember, the Attorney General told us that they don't carry out primary investigations. So he directed us to the IGP. The IGP passed the case on to the Director General of CRIES. There was enough evidence to prosecute Akonta Mining when this thing happened. Not only had he gone into the Tano Nimri Forest Reserve without a permit, he was also flouting the buffer policy. He was mining virtually in the tunnel. And there was ample evidence. There was a clash between his company and the people of Samatex. Ask what they were doing there, whether they were going to catch cockroaches. It was because he wanted to go in there and the people were fighting back. So for some of us, I think this is an important thing that has been done. And we all need to ensure that we deal with things like this. Because again, as has been said, you need to deal with the root cause. Otherwise, you will not be able to resolve this challenge. So I am pretty sure, unfortunately for us, we have the CEO for the Minerals Commission, because at that time, the CEO for the Minerals Commission confirmed it when the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources said that Akonta Mining was involved in an illegality at the time. And I know for a fact that the Forestry Commission had also done some investigations, had spoken to the investigators who had done some work. But unfortunately, sitting on the platform in Kofi, His Excellency, the former president, when I asked him about what he was doing about Akonta Mining, he looked all Ghanaians in the face and answered the question that Akonta Mining was not involved in Galamsey as we speak. Who had asked him a question about mining as we speak? The question was about the illegality that his minister had complained about, his regulator had spoken about, the police had been there. And so I'm happy that this is happening. I'm happy that for once, you've gone a step beyond what the former Minister for Lands is doing, and we would entreat the Attorney General and everybody else to ensure that we deal with things like this. If we don't, unfortunately, the windows are closing up on us. And when you see the level of devastation that has been done, ask Dr. Brown. They'll tell you that for every hectare, it would cost us over $40,000 to.
And it's a from Fide Kremu Good Friday up to Neno, 47 illegal miners in that forest and that enclave alone. Just say, Odogo Biakra, just say, once Odogo Biakra upon all the campaigns, of course, to say they should stop Galamsey, no, they are still hidden in the forest, engaged in the act without any fear. And you know, we are hoping, say, Sanipa 47 in there, you don't be a scapegoat. And I say, I'm running by an ejuma, let me serve as deterrent to all persons. And why they want to engage in illegal mining. It's a busia, Sabi dear, Chamahu to me, or not of Fabay, or no one JJ, name mining company, Akonta Mining. And I'm so man, Kofi Buah, ma. I'm a one line, sister, what did you money there? Honorable instructor said, Minerals Commission, and Kim. Now, went to me offended Juma because that is the authority of what with the mining. And the minister said they should revoke the licenses accordingly. Senabaya saying I was saying Sune Kwayeno to Ebeka. Ebusia, stay tuned on this Galamsey issues with regards to Akonta Mining. Yes, update be about Hubiano. Yeah, the best someone on this channel. So stay tuned on Musika TV. Or first time on this channel, kindly subscribe to this channel and also follow us on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram for latest updates. I am also from Nana Apia Medamo Ase. Bye bye.